my daughter's 6th birthday party, my dad video called us from his military base and asked, what did she pick out with the $500 I sent? I froze, holding the phone up so he could see Julie playing with her friends. What $500, Dad? Behind me, my husband's eyes bulged and his coffee mug nearly slipped from his hand. My father's face turned concerned immediately. The birthday money, sweetheart. I send it every month, like always. I laughed, nervous and confused. Dad, I think you're mixed up. You haven't sent anything. I would have thanked you. Dad's face darkened on the screen. Mixed up? Kayla, I've been sending $500 every single month for 2 years. For the kids, for birthdays, for clothes, and everything you need. He disappeared from the frame, returning with a thick folder. 24 transfers. Here, October, November, December. He held up printout after printout to the camera. $500 each month, routing number ending in 4782. My heart stopped. That was Michael's separate account, the one for his work expenses. For my grandkids, Dad continued, his voice breaking. So you wouldn't struggle while I'm stationed here. So they could have birthday parties, Christmas presents. So you could buy groceries without stress. Each word hit me like a physical blow. I thought about Julie's dollar store birthday decorations, the apologetic smile when I said we'd do something special next year. The nights I skipped dinner so the kids could have enough. The ramen adventures we had twice a week. The field trips they missed. I'm sleeping in a barracks in Kuwait, Dad said quietly, sending half my contractor pay so you don't struggle. I turned to Michael. He stood there, face white, hands shaking. The coffee pooled around his feet like a confession. 24 months, I whispered, my mind calculating despite the shock. $500 each month. The room started spinning. $12,000. While I sold my grandmother's ring to pay for Julie's school supplies. While I drove for DoorDash after bedtime to cover groceries. While I told the kids that homemade birthdays are more special. While Michael came home late from overtime with dilated pupils and new excuses. You've been stealing my father's money while our kids went without. The silence was deafening except for Julie's laughter from the backyard. I was going to tell you, Michael started. Tell me what? I shouted. That you've been collecting $500 a month while I worked 3 jobs? While I told Julie we couldn't afford a birthday cake from the store? Then where is it? I grabbed his phone. Show me where $12,000 went. His hands trembled as he unlocked it. I saw the account. Deposits from Kuwait, then withdrawals. ATM at casino, $200. ATM at casino, $300. I have a problem, he whispered. You had $500 coming in every month from my father while I skipped meals, I said, my voice deadly quiet. You held me while I sobbed about failing our kids. You said we needed to budget better while you were stealing. Dad's voice came through cold and steady. Michael, did my granddaughter eat ramen for dinner on her birthday while you had my money in your pocket? Michael couldn't look at the screen. I'm 7,000 miles away in a desert, Dad's voice broke. You let my daughter think I'd forgotten them. I grabbed Michael's phone again, scrolling through the transactions. These casino withdrawals, I said, my voice shaking. July 15th, that was Julie's first soccer game. August 3rd, her first dance recital. You weren't stuck in traffic. You weren't at work. You were gambling while I sat alone at our child's biggest moments, making excuses for why Daddy couldn't make it. He looked at the floor with embarrassment. Then the Christmas memory hit me like a sledgehammer. Last year, I told the kids Santa was having a tough year. Julie cried. She thought she'd been bad. My voice cracked. She came home after seeing all the other kids' presents and asked what she did wrong. She made a list of ways to be better so Santa would love her next time. The rage was consuming me. You had $500 in December, another $500 in November, $1,000 while I wrapped dollar store toys in newspaper, while our perfect daughter spent a year trying to be better because you made her believe she wasn't good enough for Christmas. Julie ran inside, her handmade paper crown sliding. Mommy, can we have cake now? I looked at her sweet face, then at the homemade cake I decorated at 2 a.m. after my DoorDash shift. Yes, baby, go get your friends. When she left, I turned back. $500 a month for 2 years, while your daughter wore shoes with holes, while your son couldn't play soccer, while I skipped lunch every day to save $5. Dad's voice cut through like a blade. I'm on the next flight home. Emergency family leave. 24 months of wire fraud, Michael. Michael's face went gray. Jim, please, pack the kids' things tonight, Dad said to me. Gentler now. You're done struggling alone. I'll be there in 18 hours. I looked at Julie's birthday crown on the counter, made from paper plates and aluminum foil. She never knew her grandfather had sent money for a real one. You didn't just steal money, I said quietly. You stole their relationship with him. Julie thinks her grandpa doesn't care. You stole that from her. Dad was putting on his uniform jacket. Behind him, Mom was on another phone. I heard forensic accountant. 18 hours, Dad repeated. And Michael, you better not be there when I arrive. He hung up the phone, and when I turned to Michael, he was looking at me with something that said he was willing to do anything but leave peacefully. Full story on channel linked below.